When a pathogen like a virus or bacterium enters your body for the first time, your immune system has to recognize it as a threat. This process takes time because your immune cells have never seen this specific invader before. White blood cells, particularly B cells and T cells, must identify unique markers on the pathogen called antigens. Once identified, these cells begin a slow, deliberate process of producing antibodies and specialized killer cells to fight the infection. This initial response, known as the primary immune response, can take several days and often causes noticeable symptoms like fever and fatigue. Your body is essentially fighting the war while simultaneously learning how to build its defense weapons. Vaccines accelerate this learning curve by introducing a harmless version of the pathogen, or even just a tiny piece of it, to your immune system. Instead of requiring you to suffer through a full-blown illness, a vaccine presents the same antigens that the real pathogen would carry. This exposure tricks your body into launching a controlled, primary immune response without the dangerous consequences of disease. Your B cells begin producing antibodies, and T cells start preparing to attack infected cells. Crucially, memory B cells and memory T cells are created during this process. These are long-lived cells that retain the exact blueprint of the antigen, ready to react if the real pathogen ever appears. The vaccine essentially trains your body in a safe, simulated environment. After your body successfully responds to a vaccine, it retains a small army of these memory cells. They circulate quietly through your blood and lymphatic system for months, years, or even decades, depending on the vaccine. The strength of this response is why booster shots are sometimes necessary. Over time, the number of memory cells can decline, making your protection less robust. A booster dose re-exposes your immune system to the antigen, reminding those remaining memory cells and stimulating the production of a fresh wave of them. This ensures your immune system remains vigilant and ready to respond with high efficiency against the pathogen. If the actual pathogen later enters your body, your trained immune system does not repeat the slow, initial response. Instead, your memory B cells immediately recognize the familiar antigens and rapidly divide into plasma cells that flood your system with specific antibodies. This is the secondary immune response, and it is dramatically faster and more effective than the primary one. You may never develop any symptoms because the immune system neutralizes the invader before it can establish an infection. This speed is the core benefit of vaccination. It transforms the immune system from a slow-learning novice into a highly trained elite force, ready to neutralize a specific threat in hours rather than days. The result of this training is not just individual protection, but a community-wide shield known as herd immunity. When a large enough percentage of the population is vaccinated, it becomes very difficult for a pathogen to spread. The virus or bacterium cannot find enough susceptible hosts to travel from person to person, effectively protecting those who cannot be vaccinated due to medical conditions like allergies or compromised immune systems. This principle has been used to eradicate smallpox and drastically reduce diseases like polio and measles. By understanding how vaccines train your immune system to recognize and destroy pathogens, you can appreciate that each vaccination is a practice drill for your body's most sophisticated defense network, preparing it to win a war it may never have to fight.